Hi guys, welcome to your second class. This is Professor Josibel Rojas, and today we're gonna be talking about adjective and noun clauses. Let's start. So let's start with the definition of a noun clause. A noun clause is a dependent clause that acts as a noun within a sentence. It is a group of words containing a subject and a verb, but it cannot stand alone as a complete sentence. Noun clauses are often introduced by subordinating conjunctions like that, how, why, who, whatever, or relative pronouns like what, who, which, or whose. So it means you have a dependent and an independent clause. For example, she is depending on what her parents say. You have first a complete clause and then another clause. They are joined by the word what. So the definition says they are joined by a subordinating conjunction or a relative pronoun. In this way, you can know they are noun clauses. So let's continue. I wonder where she lives. Look at this. You have a subject after the word where. That's very important. That's a very good clue for you to know this is a noun clause. So I wonder where she lives. The another example says, I don't know why you left. The same case, you have two complete clauses joined by the word why. Now, let's see the difference with an adjective clause. An adjective clause is a dependent clause that provides descriptive information about nouns or pronouns. It means you're describing the same noun that is at the first part of the sentence or at the beginning of the first clause. They function similarly to adjectives, offering details about the noun they modify. Adjective clauses typically begin with relative pronouns like who, which, that, whose, where, when, or why. In this case, you also have a dependent and an independent clause joined by a relative pronouns. Sometimes you can have a phrase instead of a clause. What an adjective clause really focuses is on the noun. It offers you descriptions about the noun. For example, the man who works at the bank is my neighbor. So, what's a really important idea of the sentence? The man is my neighbor. That's the really important information. The another information who works at the bank is an extra information. So, pay attention to the focus of the sentence, to the main idea. Let's continue. Julie, who is my mom's best friend, is coming to the wedding. What I really want to know is that Julie is coming to the wedding. The another information is just an extra information. Who is my mom's best friend? That's an additional. Let's continue. This is the car which was stolen. The last sentence says, I met a woman whose husband is a famous chef. What I really want to know is about the woman. The extra information is that she has a husband that is a chef. That's important for me to know about the girl I'm talking about. But the really important information is that I met that woman. Now it's your turn. The runner trainers were old, couldn't run very well. What's the right answer? Which, who, whose, when, or where? You have to fill the blank space, placing the necessary word. Okay, Very good. The right option is whose. The runner whose trainers were all couldn't run very well. That's excellent. And this is an adjective clause. Why? Because I'm talking about the runner, and the information about trainers are for me to know about the runner I'm talking about. The real important information or the focus of the sentence is the runner that couldn't run very well. Let's continue. The best time to go surfing is in the morning. The waves are bigger. Which is the right option? Let's see. Okay, very well. The answer is when. The best time to go surfing is in the morning when the waves are bigger. Two separate sentences, two separated ideas, and they are joined by the word when. Pay attention. Every clause has its own noun. That's very important. The Sports Center was built in 1950, now needs to be repaired. Which is the answer? Very good. Which? And this is an adjective clause. Last exercise. I know a great restaurant we can have lunch. Which is the answer? Of course, the answer is where. I know a great restaurant where we can have lunch. Very good job. And this is a noun clause. Why? Because the next clause is not describing directly the restaurant, it is just giving you an option. So these are two ideas joined by this word, but the second clause is not describing to the restaurant. So that's an extra point or an extra clue for you to determine that this is a noun clause. And that's all. Congratulations. Now you know noun and adjective clauses. Thank you very much. See you next class. Bye bye.